Welcome to the Tribe Membership Show.
Hey, it's Funk Roberts here, and today we're going to talk about the top 10 things to look out for during your founding members launch. Now, when I teach the founding members launch, it's usually a 90-day founding members launch, but it's not just a pre-launch strategy, right? Like a lot of people use it for. It's actually the foundation that can make or break the future of your tribe membership, because I'm going to teach you and show you how you're going to strategically attract and engage your early members, right? Because that's what that's going to do. It's going to set the tone, the culture, and the expectation for the tribe, for your tribe business and community. And what differentiates this type of founding member launch from just a general founding member launch is generally when we use the tribe secrets and the tribe method. That's right. We use the tribe secrets, the tribe method, because that's going to elevate your launch beyond just a typical membership launch. We're gonna implement a lot of these strategies that emphasize psychological strategies, community building, retention based engagement, long-term retention, so that it's not just that founding members launch, but it's something that's going to set you up for a lifetime. So let's get started. And before we start, let me just talk to you about when I did my founding member launch, right? Because, when I first launched the Over 40 Alpha Brotherhood, what it was called Over 40 Shred, before it was Over 40 Alpha Brotherhood, it's almost 7 years now that I launched this. And I made sure it was so important that at that time I did a founding members launch. I'm not even sure if anyone taught that to me, or it was something that I want to make sure that I get results. I believe there might have been someone in the ether that talked about a founding members launch, but not many people were out there that were kind of doing it in the way that I kind of envisioned what a founding members launch would look like. But what is a founding members launch? Okay, well, so basically what I did was my Over 40 Alpha Brotherhood. This is the first time you're here, welcome. It's a fitness program, right? So I was building out a 12-phase program. Actually, at the time, I was only going to build out a 6-phase program. But I knew that in order for me to do this, I needed to get results. I needed to get testimonials for the main launch, because people really didn't know who Funk Roberts was in the men over 40 space. They knew me in Funk MMA strength and conditioning. They knew me as a metabolic trainer, but not men over 40. So I had to kind of reinvent myself, which means making sure that the method that I created, the meta test boost system, workouts, nutrition, recovery, sleep, all mindset, supplementation, that method worked, got people results. So that when I did the official launch, I had a bunch of testimonials. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna, and I was also building it out too, right? I wasn't even sure if it was gonna work, because I'm doing a program based on follow along workouts. That's number one. Two, I don't know if these men over 40 will even be able to get the workouts done. And if I can do it in a way where I can be more hands off in regards to like not having to do live workouts, etc. So there's a lot of questions that I wanted to have answered, that the 90-day launch, founding members launch, if you have any type of program you're talking to the Funkster, 90 days, the reason why I chose 90 days is that's enough time for them to get results, like lasting results, right? So I sent out an email that said I wanted 100 guys, because I wanted 100 men on an email list that I'd been building. And now I want 100 men over 40 who want to lose belly fat, increase their energy, build some muscle, lose weight, transform their body in 90 days, right? Why did I know all those things? Well, because I did market research, I did surveys, and I knew what people were struggling with. So I could really talk to what people wanted, what men wanted at that time. I charged $40 for the 90 days. And the reason why I only charged $40 was because the money wasn't really important to me. This was not about a cash flow thing. Okay, so remember, when we go down this whole corridor of the top 10 reasons or things that you need to think about and look for, the revenue is not the thing. Okay, remember, the tribe mindset is transformation over transaction, right? Transactional people get into trouble of needing to, like, I got to get people in, 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 and not worrying about the retention, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, no one's staying. That's transactional. Transformation is results serve, results, turns into retention, right? So that wasn't $40 was the number, and the reason why I charged 40 was because I just need these guys to have some skin in the game, right? Like I've done many times. Oh, let's do this $1 challenge, whatever. And a lot of times people don't finish, specifically 90 days. And even $40, if I look back at it right now, $40 is pretty light, but it's fitness. Fitness is different. It's, business to consumer. It's not B2B, it's B2C. And consumers on that level who aren't getting like monetary gain, they're getting physical gain, generally don't want to spend a lot of money for some reason, specifically at that time. So I wanted 100 guys, knowing that if I get 100 guys, maybe 30 would, finish. Okay, $40, 100 guys. I only got 60 men, okay? So I'm thinking, okay, 60 guys, okay. Now, what was the stipulation for this founding member launch? This is very important. Listen to this, lean in and listen. So if they finished the 90 days and got results and gave me the before and after picture and filled out all this information I need to fill out so I could use that on the testimonial side, on the sales page, because that's what I was using it for. And if they got that, I meant, because I know 100% that if anyone does this program, Metatest Boost program, my over 40 Alpha program for 90 days, their body's going to completely transform. Not even a question, just the way it's set up. So if you get to 90 days and you give me the before and after and the whole rigmarole, then you're going to get lifetime access inside this program. If you don't finish the 90-day program, because of course I understand guys will fall off, they'll still get excited for a week, and then or 2 weeks or a month, and then, next thing you know, got a wedding, I got this, so they fall off. If they didn't, then they had an opportunity to join the membership again at a better price when the membership launched. So, they got 90 days, they didn't finish, I get it, things happen, so you can still get access, but you're gonna have to pay. For the founding members, the founding guys, they're going to get lifetime access. And so for me, that was enough. But when I only got 60 people, I'm like, okay, all I need is 10. Actually, it was 11. Because on a sales page, this is 7 years ago. I'm sure it's probably the same now. But on my sales pages, it's like triple. But you want 11 testimonials on your sales page, like a long form sales page, right? You get the copy, then you get your testimonials. You should have at least 11 on that page, at least 11. So I was going, okay, if I get 11 guys out of this, I'm golden. Started the 90 days. Everyone started the same day because I wanted it to be kind of structured. We had 60 people, 45 people finished the program, got insane results, and all 45 were put on my sales page, and that was the entrance into the over 40 Alpha Brotherhood. Those guys were a key component in driving the over 40 Alpha Brotherhood for like a year. Because again, a lot of those guys kind of fell off a little bit. There's maybe a handful that are still in. But I mean, remember, my membership's been up for 7 years. And I think there's some of them there's a couple of them who still pay monthly. Not even a question. They still pay monthly after 7 years. So, it worked. It worked in such a way that I had so many different things that I used, right? Because as we go through this, I will also tell you some of the things that happened during the 90 days that you need to think about when you're doing your founding members launch, right? Remember, this is not about implementing and getting cash flow. And the reason why I say 90 days is because it's a long enough time for people to get initiated into your rituals, all the things. But let's get started. Let me go back and let's get started. But that was my story. And now to this day, every time I launch a membership site like Kettlebell Spartan Academy, we had a founding member launch. Resistance Band membership, founding member launch. Well, I always have founding member launches. Doesn't matter. That's part of the focus. Even with my new Bodyweight Academy, I'm going to have a founding member launch for sure. But that's going to be a little bit different. Anyways, let's start with the 10 things I want you to look out for, that you need to look out for during the 90-day launch. Now, I'm saying 90-day founding member launch because in my niche, it generally takes about 90 days to get great results. Maybe in your niche, it would take them 60 days. I don't like 30. It's too short. It's not enough time. But let's start off with the first thing. I call the first four the core four. It's the foundation of what you need to be thinking about and looking for during a founding member launch. Because now you have this thing, you're launching it. And the first thing you want to do is number one, this is by far top of the list for every founding member launch. Focus on getting results for those members. Why is this so important? Well, the initial results for your members' experience will become the cornerstone of those testimonials that you're going to use and the social proof that you're going to use on your sales page and your social media, wherever it is. That's a cornerstone, right? And all these early wins that you see is also the early wins for the founding members. I'm telling you, you're going to build trust, you're going to build credibility, you're going to show, and then for people who aren't in, you're going to show, oh my God, like your membership is going to be way more attractive, specifically during the official launch when they see, hey, I just took 60 guys through the first 90 days and 45 of them, look at the results these guys got during the 90 days, the first 90 days. And you really find out that the guys who didn't get the results, they'll come back and join again, because now, they probably, for me anyway, those guys kind of like took off. Like they just weren't part of it because they just weren't around. They had things happening. But then when they come back and see the results and see, oh, I didn't get lifetime access. And then I also sent t-shirts to these guys because I wanted to implement some of the tribe secrets, which was uniformity, so that when the new people came in, well, I won't go any deeper, but the key is results. Like that's it. The number one thing you need is you have to make sure they get results. Make sure they get results from why they joined. That's the number one thing, because what you want to look for is, remember when I launched my founding member launch, I said that it's lose belly fat, increase energy, build some muscle, lose weight. Those were because those are the things that I know that my avatar from doing market research was struggling with. Right. So I have to make sure that, okay, if these guys can get that done, then that's the initial, because it's only 3 phases. It's only 3 months. My program right now is 3 years. But at the time, I only built maybe 4 months, right? Because I didn't know. So 3 months, these guys are getting results. I promised the results that I promised, my system, right? My proven method, the meta test boost system, it worked. And it worked. So that's why they joined. And so the expectation for what they were to, some people lost belly fat, some people lost weight, some people built, like everyone had a different type of transformation, but it worked. It worked. And so you have to make sure that the major struggle, that first part of and the end of your member launch, what is that major struggle? What is that pain point that you promised to address, that it addresses? So things you need to think about when you're about to create that membership launch or what have you is create the results-driven roadmap, right? Make sure that it's step-by-step plan, easy for members to follow, break down all the, goals into smaller, manageable milestones, even if you want. We had phases, right? Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, 28 days, right? It's 4 weeks. It's like a regular month, right? You want to use progress trackers, accountability check-ins, everything that you can use that you're going to implement in the real life. But again, at the end of that, you want to really recognize and reward achievements. That's what I did, right? So like your action plan is create results, make sure that your program's results driven, make sure that it's easy to follow, right? They come in, it's easy to follow, but the results are the key. Even the small results, I wasn't looking for like overwhelming, like before and afters. I just wanted results. Doesn't matter if they lost 5 pounds. If all 20 people lost 5 pounds, then now I know in my membership, in my messaging, lose 5 pounds in 90 days. Obviously, that's not what happened. It was much better and much more, but you get the picture. It is so important to get results. And when they get those results, you better recognize, you better reward, you better keep that motivation and momentum going. But that's number one. Results, 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 because that is going to be the key and the cornerstone of your official launch. Proof, hope, this works. Okay, number two, this is the time, and this is why I have 90 days to implement a lot of these tribe secrets that we have, our tribe strategies, right? We've got 27 tribe secrets. You can't see it. I'm also redoing this book, but 27 tribe secrets. You're not going to implement all 27 secrets, but remember, engagement and building a tribe is the lifeblood of a membership, right? A membership site, and remember, membership and a community, they're not different. They're the same. Your tribe membership, it has a community in your tribe membership. But some of the things you want to look for is you got to get that well thought out onboarding, that indoctrination experience, so members feel welcome, they feel valued, right? Because this is going to help with retention. From day one, you want them to feel like they're part of the tribe, so you got to give them that new identity. Everybody that joined became an over 40 alpha. The new identity happens during your founding member launch. They're no longer who they were. They're the new identity. They're over 40 alphas. You want to start implementing some things like that. Also, are members participating in everything, right? The rituals. These are ways, now you got to have some rituals. What are the things that they have to do every day or each week in order to get results? Okay, so for us, rituals were sweaty selfies, right? That was a ritual. So people post a picture of themselves after their workout. That's a sweaty selfie. You go to the Facebook group and there's a bunch of guys posting sweaty selfies. But if someone goes in and they're seeing everyone posting sweaty selfies and they're not posting sweaty selfies, they feel, because it's a collective identity, that they need to post sweaty selfies too. So now you go into the Facebook group, not only is your engagement high, not only did you not have to do anything but post your own sweaty selfie, because as a tribe leader, you have to mirror and do what you want your members to do. You can't just set it up and sit back and do nothing. You have to mirror what you want your members to do. You have to show them what they need to do by you just doing it. And you should be doing it. It's your process. It's your program. You should be living it no matter what it is, whether it's fitness, whether it's you're teaching something, it doesn't matter. You live it as well. You have to lead and show by example. Are they doing rituals? Are they so like I said, sweaty selfies was one. Showing up for our live coaching calls every Friday. That's another big one, because I decided I'm going to do coaching calls, but I'm going to do coaching calls in my real, like when I do the official launch, I'm going to be coaching calls. So I start honing my coaching call skills, right? Because man, if you go back to the old Zoom calls, they were brutal. So by the time you launch, you're good. You know, oh yeah, welcome. This is our coaching call. You already have people on that coaching call afterwards, right? Because the founding members are going to continue through, because you're going to continue to build, and they're already going to be on coaching calls. Oh, what is this coaching call? So you're using this time to implement your rituals. You're using this time to implement some of the engagement strategies. Maybe you have a milestone at the end that you want to implement. You're implementing systems. This is the time for you to build those systems so that you're not always having to do the things to like spark engagement, right? Like for instance, like what are some systems? Okay, well, we're going to do. So for one of the systems that I implemented during the founding members launch was daily emails. I didn't have that in the first month, but then I realized, oh, maybe daily emails. Should I do some daily emails, guys? Yeah. Okay. So I implemented in the system. Okay. So by phase 3, because that's when it came in, you're going to put your name and email address in the box. It's going to trigger daily emails. These daily emails are going to give you information. It's going to also click to the day and workout that they need to do that day. Woo! Right? Systems in place for engagement. Rituals. Those are systems in place. The Zoom link for coaching calls goes out the replay goes up. Those are systems that you need to implement that are going to help with your engagement, help with the rituals, the milestones, all those things. Maybe you have a sign. Maybe you have a sign that you do, or words that you use that no one else knows. These are times that may happen. It may or may not happen, but if you're looking, what are things to look out for? Well, you want to start building systems. You want to start making sure that your onboarding was key in what you have to change. You want to make sure that they're starting with some of the engagement strategies. There's a weekly coaching calls, there's accountabilities. Are we going to give people a milestone at the end? Right? Create systems. Right. And recognize members when they reach certain key milestones. Maybe this also one of the things that we did and I did during this time was, again, it happened maybe like in after the first month, I started to do like spotlights, right? Like when people got small wins, we would spotlight them. So sending an email out to everybody to spotlight them. And what I also did, this is like a pro tip. Remember all those people who didn't sign up? Right. Remember all those people just because when you do a founding member launch, you're inside your membership, man, because you let everybody know, hey, I'm gone for a while. I'm not going to be emailing as much as I do unless you have autoresponders there, because this is the most important thing for me right now. So if you want to be part of this, be part of it. If not, I'm still going to be around, but not as much. But there's one thing that I did to get that FOMO, fear of missing out, from the people who did not sign up, and that was spotlights. Hey, look at the results Sam got. Look at the results John got every week. And they're like, okay, so it starts to spark interest. Anyways, number 2, you want to start implementing your tribe secrets. You want to start implementing some of these rituals, some of these strategies to help with engagement, to help with retention, to help with results, really, truly. Right? What are the rituals they need to get results? Number 3, you want to gather member feedback. So this is huge because yes, you've built out your program. You think it's phenomenal. I know you do. I do too. I think your program's phenomenal. I think my program's phenomenal, but your founding members may not think it is. And the feedback from your founding members is gold, because at the very beginning of you said to them that you are going to we're doing this together. Oh, that's huge. We're doing this together. You're part of this founding member launch because you're going to help me shape this. I've got something here, but your feedback's going to help us shape things. And what's going to happen when you have your founding members giving you feedback on things that you have is it helps you to identify what's working, what needs improvement, ensuring your membership is aligned with your audience's needs. Because sometimes we think, oh, this is perfect. It's what my audience needs. And they're like, I don't know if I need that, man. I don't know if I need that. We don't need that. Or, hey, man, we need this. So I'm going to tell you another story. And when I launched my membership, I launched it to men in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, a fitness membership. And I thought, well, men in their 40s, this is 7 years ago, pretty much 6.5. I thought men over 40, they don't even know. They barely know how to get on the computer. Listen to me, saying that men over 40 barely know the computer. But it wasn't the computer part. It was the app part, because apps were kind of new back then. Apps weren't like flowing like they are now. Apps were not flowing. Apps were a little bit newer in the sense of everyone having different apps on their phone. So I thought, okay, I don't need an app. They can just go on their phone and access the website. Lo and behold, 3 weeks in, everybody, Funk, do you have an app? Funk, do you have an app? I don't want to use my computer. I don't want to, my desktop computer, right? Do you have an app? I'm like, oh man, okay. So boom, right away, got VidApp. Shout out to VidApp. That's my own app. This is my own app. By the way, if you are a tribe membership or tribe, if you're in my tribe, you're going to get your own app. You're going to get the Funk, no, not the Funk Roberts, your own app. This is my app. This is not shared with anybody else. But VidApp enables us to create our own app that people download the Funk app. They don't download this app that has 900 other people on it. It's Funk's app. I put all of my stuff in there. So we just created whatever was in the membership was in the app. It's very, very simple. But that was huge. That was a game changer, because if I look back and I look forward, everybody uses the app. There's only a few people who don't use the app in some way. Now people are using Apple TV, so I have it on Apple TV. We're about to launch it on Roku and Android and everywhere else. But it was their feedback that drove that decision. Right? So what are you looking for? You're looking for members to provide feedback on your content, on your features, on your engagement, right? Are there common themes? Are there common requests that need your attention? That's what you're looking out for. And then you take action on it, right? Right. Every month of your 90-day launch, have a survey. Get feedback. Get on the coaching calls. Get feedback. Keep questions simple, but get feedback. Host feedback calls. Okay, this week we're gonna have a feedback call. Maybe it's a group call so you can listen to everyone's experiences. You're gonna have to check your ego at the door. But I'm telling you right now, check your ego at the door. Come open and ready to implement changes if things need to be changed. Don't change it because you think. Change it because of data. Be agile. Be nimble. Be able to implement. That's what we are now. You got to make those necessary adjustments based on feedback. And what that does is communicating these things will change and show that, like, when you change things because members ask you, oh my God, the value they feel, the value my over 40 alphas feel whenever they tell me to do something and I do it, they're just like, I can't believe this guy just did this. This is amazing. He listened to me. Okay, so number 4. Time management and delivering support. This is where you, as the tribe member, the tribe leader, let's change hats here. Let me change hats here. There we go. Let's put on the tribe leader hat. So you, as your tribe leader, this is when you need to manage your time and deliver the support that will set the precedent for the future. Right? So for instance, one of the things that I had to do was I had to pull back because I wanted to do a lot of extra stuff to help make sure that these people got results. These guys got results. But I had to pull back because I had to show that, okay, this is the program I'm going to deliver. And yes, of course, I'm going to throw in and change certain things. But if I add another coaching call, or if I say, okay, I'm going to do one-on-ones with everybody, that's not what I'm going to deliver at scale. What you do during that founding members launch is what you're going to do during the official launch and at scale. So if you only have 50 people, you should be able to do the same thing for those 50 people that you would do for 5,000 people and vice versa. Don't try to do extra things, because you also want to balance your personal engagement, right, by automated systems, but you also want to set yourself up with the right expectations. Like, oh, wow, okay, am I overwhelmed, or am I able to consistently deliver value? For me, I loved it. I was like, every week we're on a coaching call. Boom. Like, that was nothing for me, right? Posting my results or my accountability or anything that I did, no problem. I didn't spend I kind of spent time inside my membership because I was building it. But like, if I fast forward right now, 7 years later, how much time do I spend in my membership? I don't know why this thing's doing what it's doing here, but how much time do I spend in my membership? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something here. I'm kind of going off kilter here for a second, but because this is something that people get like when I tell them about the tribe, our tribe method, our tribe business, they think that they got to spend and that engagement's key, and that they have to post and they have to like and comment. They think that, oh my God, I don't have 40 hours a week, dude, or miss. This is how long I'm gonna go. The least amount that I spend on my membership, the least. Number 1. Every day I spend 30 minutes to an hour. Now, I spend the hour because that's how many posts I have in our Facebook group. Like, we have a ton of engagement. Like, it's insane. 30, 40, 50, 60 posts a day. So, but I only spend up to an hour because Facebook kicks me out after an hour. So basically what I do is I go in and I comment on everyone's post. Not on everyone's comments. I just comment on everyone's post. Period. So I'll post whatever I need to post, and then I comment on everyone's post. And now I'm not posting anything extra. I'm not posting content. I'm not like, posting questions. I'm just going on everyone's post. Like there's a few. Roger Atkins today posted. He looks absolutely incredible. Beachman, looks phenomenal. Like, I was blown away. I go in, Chris, you look absolutely incredible. Great job. Blah, blah, blah. Roger, wow, your abs are coming out. Like, and you're tagging them. Now your membership site may not, or your Facebook group or your hub may not have 50 posts a day. It may only have 10 posts. So I say 30 to an hour a day. So that's 30, that's an hour a day. That's 7. So that's 7 hours a week. Then I do a coaching call, 1 hour coaching call. But those 1 hour coaching calls generally turns into 2 hours. But anyway, 1 hour a week. You probably do 1 hour a week coaching call, every group call. Okay. Then, so that's 9 hours altogether. Okay. But then Funk Roberts, I also do something called Ask Funk, where we get questions from everyone in the Brotherhood. They say #AskFunk. They post the questions, and then my boy Jeff Jaime, he grabs all those questions and he puts it into a Google Doc, and he goes, Funk, here are the questions for this week's Ask Funk. And you know what the Funkster does? The Funkster answers all those questions in a video, like a podcast, and then we repost it into the group. That takes generally about an hour. Sometimes back in the day it was 2 hours because we'd have like 40 questions, 20 questions. Now it's like 10 or 15 questions, maybe 7 or 8. So about an hour. I'm gonna push it. We're at about 11 hours. That's only once a week though, remember. And then, sending emails out, that's like an hour, like, I don't know. Generally at the beginning of the week, start the email, set up all the emails you're going to send up for the week. And then, of course, I have my team sending out emails. My team sends out the newsletter. My team sends out the spotlight on Tuesday. I don't do that. But if you were to do that, you're looking at probably about 15 hours tops a week inside your membership. So it's about 2 hours a day, 2.5 hours a day for 7 days. Does that sound like a lot of time to be inside a membership that's like generating thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars per day? I don't post on Facebook. I don't post on Facebook or Instagram and all that junk, that nonsense. I don't need to. I'm inside my membership, supporting my membership. My members. That's a built out membership. But just like it's not a lot of time because you have the systems in place. We have all the systems in place. Someone gets a milestone, they fill out the milestone form. The milestone form comes to the Funkster. Now, what I do now, because I just like the milestone form, I'll throw it into ChatGPT and create a nice spotlight, send it off to our team. Our team will do whatever they need. They do the before and after picture. We put it on our success page. It is a system which we will teach you. So those are the 4 big things, the core 4 that you need to look for. Focusing on getting results. It's so important that you make sure that the people get results in your membership. Make sure they get results, guys. Please make sure they get results. Please, because that's what you're going to use for your initial launch. That's why it's important for transformation over transaction. Number 2, you're going to implement some of the tribe secrets that you learn in this book, or if you are part of my university, or if you are, I'm coaching you, then you're going to learn a ton of stuff and we're going to implement it together. But onboarding, in-doc, your manifesto, all of those things get built out during this time. And then you're going to gather feedback from everybody who's coming in. You're going to gather all that feedback, right? And then you're going to make changes along the way. You don't want to feel overwhelmed, but you also want to make sure that you are giving the support that you would give during the launch. So this is why you automate things, emails, customer service. You get a customer service person, you have your FAQs, like you start automating things so that you don't have to do it on your own. You can do that during a 90-day launch. Start getting things in position so that when you do the launch, you already have things in place. Hire a customer service rep during your founding members launch. Yeah. Hire a customer service rep. Yeah. Right? Hire an assistant to do some of the things. Like those are things you can get to help handle the day-to-day tasks without you losing focus on the strategic leadership that you need. Delegate, automate, set office hours if that's the case. So I did say that we're going to give you 10. I have to go actually and coach. So in the next video, I'm going to give you the next 6. The additional key considerations. Those are the core 4. Those are the important ones. These ones, don't get it twisted. These are also important. But I'm also going to share that with you in part 2. I appreciate you being here. I'm excited that you're here. You're becoming a tribe leader. You're building out a membership that's transformation based. I love you very, very, very much. And I know that you are going to change lives for so many people while creating a community of people who love each other and you. Anyways, I'm out. Have a great day. Get it done.
Thanks for tuning in to the Tribe Membership Show. If you're ready to take your membership to the next level, be sure to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Want to dive deeper? Visit www.tribesecretsbook.com.